everyone, it's Caitlin, your geeky girlfriend, and today we are going to get down to business, and by business I mean purging our wardrobe. Yes, it's sad, but sometimes you just have to make some hard decisions and cut some things out. And so today I'm going to give you my tips on how to do that. In the best way that I know how. So, everybody always asks me, how do you have room for all of these clothes in your closet? You guys have seen my closet tours. You guys know that I have a small closet and I fit a lot of stuff in there. Well, some things that you don't know is I rotate my clothes out seasonally. I am working on reducing my wardrobe size, but it's so big that it takes a long time. And I was thinking about this the other day. I was asked, what's your all-time favorite piece in your wardrobe? And I really have a hard time deciding because everything that I own, I truly love for one reason or another. And so it's important that I constantly purge out the things that I no longer want or need in there so that way I can keep making room for all the new things. I love to shop. It's a hobby and I can't bring myself to stop. I have no willpower when it comes to shopping, so I always have to make room for these new items. And so here's how I do that. Number one is I purge my wardrobe every season. So every season, spring, summer, fall, and winter, because I have different items that come in the closet and go out, hence my different closet tours that you've seen here on the channel, so for example, right now, my summer wardrobe is in, and I have all of my fall and winter clothes in storage. So at the beginning of every season, I bring out the clothes that are in storage, put them in the closet, and then put the past season that we just ended back into storage. And this is the first time. My first way that I purge things is if I did not wear something, it's got to go. So this is my first tip for purging your wardrobe, is that if something has hung in your closet for 6, 8 months, a year, 2 years, and you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm going to wear it, I'm going to wear it, I'm going to wear it, and it just never gets worn and it just hangs there, then it's got to go. If you're anything like me, when you go shopping, you just feel overwhelmed with the amount of items that you find that you love. And I'm trying to talk myself in, and I've given some tips here on the channel about buying new clothes. Do I need this? Is it a necessity? What already do I have in my closet that's going to match this, including shoes and accessories? And we don't want to buy pieces in isolation. So we don't want to just buy a cute shirt if we don't have anything that's going to match it, because then we're going to be obligated to buy a pair of cute shoes, or we're going to feel obligated to buy cute shorts to go with it. So when you're buying clothes, you have to keep in mind what you already have in your wardrobe. However, it's typical for us, we get all these new clothes in our wardrobes that we have things that sadly just go unloved. And that's like this shirt for me has hung in my closet for almost a year and I've never worn it. And I kept telling myself, oh, I'll wear it in the spring. I'll wear it in the spring. And spring came and went. And I didn't wear it because it was black. And I was like, oh, I should have worn it in the fall. And I just will keep making these excuses for myself. So rule number one for purging your wardrobe is, if it's hung in your closet for more than a whole season and you did not wear it, it was not your go-to piece, it's time to say goodbye. That's step number one. This also goes for clothes that have hung in your closet since middle school. And trust me, last summer when I did my big wardrobe purge, y'all should have seen the amount of clothes I had before I did my wardrobe purge. You think I have a lot now. I had double what I had. I cut my wardrobe in half last summer, and half of it was just clothes that I had I had some shirts still left over from middle school, guys. I had shirts definitely left over from high school, and I had a lot of shirts that were left over from college. Everybody has that set of clothes that's clubbing clothes. I know it because I have it, my sister has it, all my friends have it. And sadly, in 2020, we didn't get to really access that wardrobe because everybody was shut down. So we weren't going to bars, we weren't going out, and we weren't dancing and doing all those things. And the older you get, you don't go out and do those things as often. So there's no reason to have crop tops and shorty skirts in your wardrobe if you aren't still going out and actively doing those things. And we are moving towards a more conservative clothing society anyway, so it makes sense for females to wear jeans and jeans or leather pants and a cute top to the club versus a crop top and a mini skirt. So those are some things that you can make in your wardrobe as well to get some of those extra clothes out. So we've talked about getting rid of stuff that is hung in your closet for way too long, and if it's being ignored, it's not being loved, and it needs to be taken out and given to somebody who will wear it or can wear it. And there are many options for what to do with your clothes, and we'll talk about that at the end of this video. So now let's talk about reason number 2. Reason number 2 is if clothes are damaged. So if clothes have holes in them, or if the lettering is starting to come off, so you can kind of see in this one, like the letters are starting to peel up a little bit at the bottom, they're cracking. And if any of those things is happening, actually it's at the top. If any of those things is happening, it's time to say goodbye, because let's be real, we're not all seamstress. And if you have a mother or a grandmother that can fix your slight holes, then by all means, do not throw away a good shirt if it's just got a simple hole in it. But some things, it is time to just say goodbye. So for me, if I have something that has a hole in it, I just donate it. People can use it as a rag. Somebody else can pick it up at the thrift store and fix it, but that's not me, and I'm not going to fix it. That's one of the skills that I do not have, and I've got so many clothes that for me, it just doesn't make sense to keep a shirt that has a little tiny hole in it if I know I'm never going to wear it again. So if things are damaged, stained, and you've tried to wash them and the stain just doesn't come out, you can try some stain remover, but most of the time it's just not going to come out. Stained, holes, if it's like got a screen print on it and the screen print is coming off, an iron-on patch that's coming up, anything like that that would count as a damage, rips, tears that aren't supposed to be there. Or if you have, I had a pair of ripped jeans one time that the whole knee was out because every time I wore them, it ripped more and more. It's time to go. So we've talked about getting rid of things that have hung in your closet for way too long and that just have been ignored. We've now talked about getting rid of things that are damaged. The last reason, and the reason why I always will add clothes to my donate pile or to my sell pile or whatever, is if I just don't love the way something fits. I've talked about this here on the channel a lot, and if I put something on to go out with my husband, to go shopping, to run errands, to go out with my friends or whatever, and I don't absolutely love the way that it looks, I immediately take it off and I know I'm never going to wear it again. And this is what happened with this dress. Many of you may have seen this dress recently on my page, as I just wore this dress to my sister's bridal shower 2 weeks ago. And when I put it on, when I was getting dressed, I noticed that the chest and like the under the arm piece, like right under my armpit, was really loose. It felt like some seams had come loose or something, and nobody said anything, nobody else noticed, I'm sure, but for me, it was too baggy right here in this area, and I immediately told myself right then and there, I won't wear this again, because I put it on and I didn't love the way that it looked. It was too baggy here, and like I said, even if nobody else is going to notice, what matters is you and how you feel in that piece. And if you don't love it and you're noticing a flaw, say goodbye. And so that's what I'm getting ready to do with this dress that I literally just wore 2 weeks ago. I had a similar instance with a sweater. I put it on. It was a sweater that had stripes across the stomach. And for some reason, I felt, that it made me look wide. I knew I was not going to pick it up and wear it again. And when it was hanging in my closet, I was not going to choose that piece again. So if that's you, and if you put something on that you don't absolutely love, even if it was a gift, even if somebody handed it down to you and you feel obligated to wear it, you do not have obligation to wear anything that does not make you feel like your best self. If something makes you feel too big, something makes you feel too small, like you're swimming in it, and it doesn't fit you and it's not flattering, even if nobody else notices and it's just a flaw that you are seeing, get rid of it because you're not going to wear it. The same logic goes for if you're trying to lose weight and you have clothes in your closet that are a little bit restricting or a little bit tighter. Just go. You would be better off getting rid of those clothes and buying yourself some new. Now, that's not to say that there is maybe something's too big, especially if things are too big. But if something's like a little bit too small and you're like, oh, but I really like this, and you bought it thinking it was going to fit, that's different than having something that was a size small. Now you've gained some weight, which everybody has. It's normal. That's life. And thinking that you're going to fit back into that size small again. If you're not actively working towards that goal, I am not, then those are things that I'm going to get rid of because I'm not actively working towards that. I mean, I'm thinking about it, but it's not like, oh, I have this goal and I'm going to, I know I'm going to meet this goal in 3 weeks. That's not me. That I don't know if that's some of you, but if there are clothes in your closet like that, again, we go back to fit. If you're not 100% happy in how something looks or fits on you, it's time to say goodbye to that piece. I just wore that dress 2 weeks ago and I'm ready to say goodbye. Okay? Sometimes purging your wardrobe is hard. You get attached to certain pieces. Maybe your grandmother got it for you. Maybe you wore it to maybe you wore it to a friend's birthday party and it just is really sentimental. But our fashion is always evolving. Trends are always evolving, and we're all drawn to the newest and brightest thing. Even if it's one thing out of 5, you're always going to want new things for your wardrobe. And so you have to be cognizant of what's in there and how you're going to clean it out. So, number 1 reason, if something is hanging in your closet that you have not worn in the past 6 months to a year, it's time to go. If you're anything like me who rotates your clothing out seasonally, then I purge my wardrobe every season. And every season, I would say I purge about 4 to 5 items on the average, sometimes more, sometimes less. Last summer, when I needed a drastic reduce of my wardrobe, I took every piece of clothing that I owned, tried it on, and if I did not love how it fit or loved how it looked, I just got rid of it. Even if my husband liked it, even if it was something that I knew I had worn tons of times and never had a problem, I just based it on my mindset that day and I cleaned everything out. And sometimes that's what it takes. And you have to say some hard goodbyes. But at the end of the day, you're going to replace it with something that maybe you love even more or that fits your body even more. So if something is hanging, you need to get rid of it. If you have a capsule wardrobe that's very minimalist, then 6 months to a year is a good amount of time to purge. Get rid of anything that doesn't fit. Look for any damages. Look for any fading. And just if you want to jazz up. But I purge my wardrobe 4 times a year, and right now I've got about 2 whole bags of clothing that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. So we've talked about getting rid of them if they're hanging and being ignored, if they have any damages to them whatsoever, tears, rips, screen print, letters coming up, whatever the case may be. And then number 3, if you do not love it, if you don't love the fit, you don't think you're ever going to wear it again, you can't wear it to work. That's a big part of my wardrobe purge for me. If it's not something that I can put with a sweater or a pair of jeans and wear it to work, it's got to go because that's 90% of my wardrobe. I have to be able to wear it to work. I can't have this huge extending wardrobe that is inappropriate to wear with school children. So if it's not something that I can, cover up and wear something with, then it has to go. And so now what do you do with all the clothes that you've gotten rid of? You can try and sell them on Facebook Marketplace. You can have a yard sale. You can create your own store. Wink, wink. That might be coming soon for some of us. And try and sell. You can also try and sell them to Plato's Closet or other local new and used sales. If you're anywhere in the Columbus area, we have a sale called 3 Bags Full, which takes a lot of clothing donations, and you, as the seller, can make commission off of the sales. I myself made about $40 from the last sale that I participated in, and so that's a great way to earn some extra cash as well. Another good one is donating to your local clothing bank or clothing shelter. They will always use donations, and it's a little bit better than Goodwill because the people can get clothing for free. So if you have decent clothing, you might want to choose that option because people can get high quality clothing for free. And unlike Goodwill, where you have to pay for your clothing, the clothing shelters are a good way if you want to truly just give back. Or Goodwill, you can get a tax deductible donation, and you can donate your clothes to Goodwill, in which people can pay for them. And if they're high quality items, then they'll most likely sell at Goodwill. I have gotten lots of LuLaRoe stuff and lots of name brand things at Goodwill. So my clothes probably would sell pretty well at Goodwill. So welcome to the first episode of my how-to series in How to Purge Your Wardrobe 101. I hope you enjoyed this short and brief video, and I hope it provides help for those of you looking to purge your wardrobes to make room for some new summer and fall clothing. Make sure you check out my highlights tab, as I have lots of discount codes available to add some new pieces to your wardrobes after you purge yours. And keep tabs on my stories and my content for updates, as I might be starting my own sale of everything that I've ever gotten rid of in my closet. Since I do purge my wardrobe so often, I am looking into pursuing an option like that. So if you're not already a follower and a subscriber here on YouTube, make sure that you do that. Follow me and give a subscribe so you can be first to know about all my updates. I hope you enjoyed this How to Purge Your Wardrobe 101 video, and I hope you have good luck in purging your closets and making room for some new styles. I'll see you guys in the next video.